Hi, today I just want to share my thoughts about how the character and health policy will apply in the new one-off residence visa category. My name is Hardeep Singh. I'm a lawyer in Auckland, New Zealand. I've done a lot of cases where character or health were an issue. In fact, my last High Court case was about a disabled applicant that was denied residence on health grounds. I'll link something about that in the description. From my experience, what I'm wanting to share is that as important as the wording of a policy is, what's equally important is the context in which the policy is applied. So it's this context of the policies I want to talk about here, specifically the one-off residence visa context. Basically, from the information provided, the rules are going to be those applicable to the other residence categories. So basically the same character and health policies that we already have for all the other residence applications will also apply to the one-off residence visa. However, I think one point which might go under the radar a bit is the context in which the policies are applied. And I think that it's going to catch some people off guard, but what it means is that applicants and their lawyers will need to tailor their submissions a certain way to properly address these issues. I'll use the example of the character policy to explain what I'm talking about. So the character requirement basically goes like this. In order to be granted a visa, you have to be of good character. That means you can't have criminal convictions, you can't have provided false information to immigration, etc. There's more to it than that, but I'm just giving a general idea here. And what happens is that if you don't meet the good character requirement, immigration will weigh up all the pros and cons and consider whether to grant you a visa. And this is what we call a character waiver decision. My point about context is this. When you apply under the normal residence policies, there will be a lot of very strong reasons why a character waiver should be granted. For example, if we look at the partnership category, then there will be a New Zealand citizen partner involved. There may be New Zealand citizen children who are affected by the decision, and there's going to be a strong link to New Zealand in these cases. If we look at the skilled migrant category, there'll be reasons to do with skills, qualifications, skill shortages, and the benefit to the New Zealand economy of the applicant working in a skilled occupation. These kinds of reasons, if you get the picture. However, for the one-off residence visa, some of these reasons in favor of a character waiver are maybe not going to be as apparent. The reason for this is that, for example, an applicant has not necessarily spent a long time in New Zealand. Their links to New Zealand will likely not be as strong as, say, in a partnership case, or because there's no skilled position requirement, the benefit to the New Zealand economy and having them remain in New Zealand is not necessarily going to be the same as in a skilled migrant case. But I think that because of the unique nature and circumstances of the one-off residence visa, there are going to be some other strong reasons for a character waiver that do apply, and it's absolutely essential, firstly, that applicants are able to recognize what the positive aspects of their case are, and also that their advocates are able to highlight and explain the reasons in favor of residence being granted. Anyway, those are just some of my thoughts about how the character waiver policy is going to apply in the one-off residence visa context. Like and subscribe if you found this content helpful. Thanks for watching.